This can be part of the lesson in critical thinking. When I study the common man, woman of the day, the people-primates, the Homo communia, I find it's almost like they semi-believe in the existence of gravity. I can see it at badminton. I can see it the way people cycle or walk on certain surfaces, their technique for walking. A lot of people don't walk properly for people-primates, either without shoes or wearing shoes that deform their body that's been created as being better through evolution, and they kind of go against evolution with the shoes they wear. Like here, I think this has moved a tiny bit since last time I was here. But if you stand at the edge of it, it's pretty high. And there are times I've seen it higher, depending on, the position of the rocks too, and I think it was more on an angle before, but it's pretty high up there. But do you see the bottom? Do you see those few little branches? I think maybe two really strong guys could pull on the branch on the other side and rotate it and make it fall this way. Those bottom ones are probably getting weaker and weaker, having more exposure to the water. So people don't believe this is going to happen when something has been here a long time. Like, they can't observe that, gravity will move this. You can see the angle. You could see the rotation would be easy. The fall, if any of those branches fall a little bit, break a little bit, and the rotation of the bigger, heavy ones. And this angle here, you can tell it's leaning it this way. And then their kids would really get hurt. Not just the fall, of breaking, maybe ankles or head, but that thing rolling over them. And, so they often look away, or they don't think, that something like this could happen, as if gravity doesn't exist. I also observe the people-primates breathing. Some people say, oh, I'll never be a good singer, or I'm not a sporty person, or whatever. And sometimes it's just retraining their breathing that's flawed. What made it flawed? I don't know. I don't know if we naturally start being good breathers, using the right parts of our body, the right muscles, sending oxygen to the lower, better parts of our lungs. But so many people waste their entire lives without paying attention to this and getting better at it. And I'm talking about breath, people. So meditation should be, and the biology of it, physiology of it, should be a mandatory course in a couple of different years of high school and people be tested on it, because I tell you, I think a lot of people don't get a lot of oxygen to their brains if they don't believe in gravity. Being in arguments at badminton, and really it comes down to the existence of gravity, or opposable thumbs and different grips, and the ways our legs are attached to our hips, and how that can cause certain directions to be easier to move to or harder to move to, but still that you can learn footwork to make those better. Again, related to using our feet, our legs, walking, locomotion properly. It's so sad how 9 out of 10 of you, in many ways, would excuse and argue and think there's something wrong with me for eventually ending up in an argument when, it started, you got the Doctor of Humanics, and you ended up with the Captain of Accountability because I wanted to teach you things, but you were so self-conscious. I wouldn't take an approach of, whoa, that's weird, or don't you think that, or aren't you dumb that you don't know? I would just say, hey, did you notice? And here's what I want to teach you, and this is how I get there. Well, people all have different ways to get to that corner of the court, or of experiencing gravity, or using opposable thumbs. And really, they get there on their own, this defensiveness. And it starts at a young age, and it's taught by, parents, teachers. It's taught by the entire society. So you can't even teach people to use their bodies properly, to breathe properly, to self-heal properly, to take care of themselves properly. I worked in addictions for 4 years, and just teaching people ways to, let's say, hydrate properly or use the concept of nutrition that, still is not something that's that commonly taught in school. And, looking at the 4 food groups that we have in Canada, it's like so linked to the economy. It has nothing to do really with what makes sense scientifically. So all these things are disadvantages that you have, and I can't get in conversations with 99.6% of you about these things without you thinking there's something wrong with me, and there's something wrong with you.